Hey everyone, this is Ruputani from PhoneArena.com, and today we're going to bring you the best of Samsung against the best of Sony, which is the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 and the Sony Xperia Z1. Both the phones pack some pretty serious processing power, and they do have what it takes to dwarf out each other. So let's find out. In terms of design and build quality, the Galaxy Note 3 and the Xperia Z1 couldn't be more different. The Galaxy Note 3 looks like a typical Samsung product with a plastic finish, but what has changed is the choice of material for the back cover. Instead of the usual plastic, Samsung has gone for a faux leather back, and this has greatly improved the feel of the device. On the other hand, the Xperia Z1 comes with an industrial design with a rectangular build and a single piece of aluminum at the center. There's glass at the center and back. Sony has been adopting the same design language for its flagships, and the design seems to be slightly played out. Samsung, on the other hand, has managed to do an amazing job of fitting a bigger 5.7-inch display in almost a similar body as the Note 2, which had a 5.5-inch display. In terms of dimensions, the Galaxy Note 3 is taller and wider than the Z1, but only slightly thinner. The weight of the Note 3 is surprisingly lesser than that of the Xperia Z1. On the Note 3, we have the earpiece above the display and the Samsung logo, and on the right of the logo, we have the proximity and ambient sensors along with a 2-megapixel front-facing camera. On the Xperia Z1 above the display, the earpiece is along the top edge, and on the right side of the Sony logo we have the 2-megapixel front-facing camera. On the left side of the logo we have the proximity and ambient sensors. On the Galaxy Note 3 below the display we have a typical Samsung layout with a physical home button and a couple of capacitive touch keys on either side. However, there are no navigation keys on the Z1 and everything is restricted to on-screen buttons. The positioning of keys is quite different on both the phones. On the right side we have just the power lock key on the Note 3, while on the Z1 you have the iconic Sony power lock button, the volume rocker, micro SIM card slot and a camera button. On the bottom, the Galaxy Note 3 has the new micro USB 3.0 port, a microphone, loudspeaker grill and the S Pen compartment, while the Z1 has just its long loudspeaker grill. On the left side, there's just the volume rocker on the Note 3, while we have a provision for docking at the center on the Z1, and there's also a covered micro USB charging port. On the Xperia Z1, in addition to the micro USB port, we also have the micro SD card slot over here. Over on the top, the Galaxy Note 3 has a 3.5mm audio jack, a secondary mic, and an IR blaster, while the Xperia Z1 has just a 3.5mm audio jack. The materials used for the back are quite different, and hence the characteristics are different as well. The Galaxy Note 3 uses a fake leather back that makes it feel and look quite premium, and the back is not glossy, not shiny, not slippery, and not a fingerprint magnet either. The back of the Z1 uses glass, but it is quite glossy and attracts fingerprints. The Note 3 has a removable back cover, and opening it we have a user-pressable battery and a stacked microSD and micro SIM card slot. The glass back is not removable on the Z1. The Note 3 has a 13-megapixel camera at the top center with an LED flash below it, while the Xperia Z1 has a 20.7-megapixel Sony G lens at the top left corner with an LED flash below it. Overall, the winner is the Note 3 because of its display-to-body ratio and the fake leather back that makes gripping the phone easy. The Xperia Z1 is big for a 5-inch device, and while the industrial design continues to be solid and eye-catchy, it is quite reflective, glossy and is a fingerprint magnet as well. Moving to the display. Both the phones come with Full HD displays. The Galaxy Note 3 comes with a 5.7-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display which has a pixel density of 386 ppi, while the Xperia Z1 with a 5-inch Full HD Triluminous display has a pixel density of 441 pixels per inch. In various aspects of a display like brightness, contrast, viewing angles and sunlight legibility, the Galaxy Note 3 is ahead of the Z1. Color seems slightly oversaturated on the Note 3, but you get to adjust the saturation settings. The viewing angles of the Xperia Z1 are poor and the screen of the Z1 appears washed out. Overall, the bigger display of the Note 3 is much better. Specifications of both these devices are right at the top of the shelf. The Galaxy Note 3 is powered by Samsung's own Exynos 5420 octa-core chipset, which is clocked at 1.9 GHz, and it has a Mali T628 GPU. On the other hand, the Z1 has the market leader Snapdragon 800 system on chip, which is clocked at 2.2 GHz along with the Adreno 330 GPU. The Galaxy Note 3 has 3GB of RAM, while the Z1 has just 2GB. Out of the 3GB of RAM on the Galaxy Note 3, 2.6GB is usable when the device is idle, and there is around 1.6GB of free RAM. Out of the 3GB of RAM on the Galaxy Note 3, 2.6GB is usable. The Z1 has 1.7GB of usable RAM free out of the 2GB of RAM. In terms of internal storage, the Galaxy Note 3 comes in 16, 32 and 64GB variants, while there is just 16GB of internal storage on the Z1. Both of them have support for microSD cards. We have the 32GB Note 3 with us, and out of the 32GB of storage, 24GB is user accessible, while on the Z1 out of 16GB, about 11.7GB is accessible. In terms of day-to-day performance, both the phones are extremely fast and probably the fastest in the Android market. It is a pleasure to use either device. In benchmarks, both the phones are quite fast and rank quite similarly to each other across the benchmarks. Moving on to the camera, the Galaxy Note 3 comes with a 13-megapixel camera, and that's about it. The Sony Xperia Z1 is the company's first step towards a camera-centric flagship, as it comes with the biggest sensor ever on an Android phone. The Z1 comes with a 20.7-megapixel Sony G-Lens sensor and houses Sony's own Bionz image processor for superior image quality. Though the Z1 runs on the Snapdragon 800 system on chip, there is no 4K video recording, and you do not even get 1080p Full HD recording at 60 frames per second, which can be found on the LG G2 and the Note 3. Both the phones have a 2-megapixel front-facing camera that can record 1080p videos. In terms of the camera interface, there is a huge difference. The Note 3 has Samsung's latest camera application. It has various shooting modes like Golf Mode, Beauty Face, Best Photo, Sound and Shot, and many other modes. On the Z1, the camera UI is different, as the mode selection button is present on the bottom right corner, above which we have the camera shutter key and the video record button. The shortcut to recent images is on the top right corner. On the left, we have the toggles for flash and the switch for front and back cameras. Below it is the 3 vertical dot icon for settings. The various shooting modes that are available on the Z1 includes the regular Superior Auto Mode, Manual Mode, Time Shift Burst Mode, Picture Effect Mode, Sweep Panorama, AR Effect, Social Life, and Info Eye. Also, the Xperia Z1 produces oversampled 8-megapixel images in Superior Auto Mode. This is one of the first Android phones to produce oversampled images. In terms of image quality, the photos and videos taken on the Z1 in daylight are better with nicer details and more colors. Talking about the software features, the Galaxy Note 3 runs on Android 4.3, and this is overlaid by Samsung's TouchWiz interface layer, while the Xperia Z1 runs on Android 4.2.2 with Sony's own UI. Samsung's TouchWiz offers a lot of eye candy and a whole bunch of software features like Reading Mode, Smart Stay, S-Beam, Smart Pause, Smart Scroll, Smart Stay, Multi-Window, Pop-Up Videos, and AirView. Apart from all that, the Galaxy Note 3 comes with an enhanced S Pen and a new S Note application as well. The new package makes note-taking fun and greatly informative. The app drawer on both the phones is different, and both of them allow you to arrange the icons in any order. On the notification bar, the Galaxy Note 3 can have customizable toggles, while the Z1 has exactly 10 and fixed toggles for various connectivity options like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, NFC, and so on. The Z1 comes with Sony's small apps, which can be accessed by pressing the third navigation key that also opens the list of already open apps. There are various small apps like the calculator, recorder, timer, bookmarks, and so on. You can open any number of these apps at a time and have them on screen. They are also always present on the screen unless you close them. Instead of closing them, you can drag them to the side of the screen where they become small icons and attach themselves to the right side of the display. On clicking these minimized icons, they are visible again. These small apps can be very useful for taking down notes and doing small things in a fast manner. Both the phones have a good set of software enhancements, but in terms of features and productivity, we have to give it to the Note 3. The Galaxy Note 3's Gallery app looks minimal, but it has a small pinch to zoom feature that lets you organize more pictures on the screen depending on your need. Samsung's Music app is typical Samsung with a lot of features laid out into a simple layout. The video player on the Note 3 is simply the best, as it plays pretty much every format that we could throw at it. The Z1 comes with their own homebrewed multimedia applications like Album, Walkman, and Movies. The Album app, which is the image gallery, is quite functional, as it supports pinch to zoom feature. When you pinch out inside the app, all the images rearrange themselves to the smallest possible thumbnail size. Walkman is Sony's trademark music player, and it comes with all the features and some good eye candy as well. Movies is the video player for Sony smartphones, and not only does it play the movie, but it also fetches information about the movie from the internet, which gives you a quick summary of the movie. Both the devices are great for multimedia, but because of the bigger and better display, the Note 3 has the advantage. Both the phones are absolutely great for gaming because of their specifications. But since the display on the Z1 is small and substandard when compared to the Note 3 proves to be a better device for gaming. We noticed that both the devices heated up while playing graphic-intensive games. The battery on both the devices is very good. The Galaxy Note 3 has a 3200 mAh battery, while the Z1 has a 3000 mAh battery pack. The Note 3 has a removable battery, while the Z1 is a sealed unit. Both the batteries are great and will definitely last you more than a single day. In terms of connectivity options, both the phones are equipped with Wi-Fi 802.11 A, B, G, N and AC. There's DLNA, Wi-Fi Direct, Wi-Fi Hotspot, Bluetooth, TV out via MHL, GPS with AGPS, GLONASS, NFC, micro USB and USB on the go. However, only the Galaxy Note 3 has dual band Wi-Fi, which ensures faster Wi-Fi speeds, and USB 3.0. The Samsung Galaxy Note 3 is Samsung's second flagship in 2013, while the Z1 is the company's third significant Android phone this year. But the company's first camera-centric flagship is only the Z1. The Galaxy Note series usually has top-of-the-range specifications, and the Note 3 is no different. Unlike previous years where Sony was late to the party in terms of specifications, for a change we see that Sony is using top-of-the-line specifications, including the Snapdragon 800 system on chip on the Xperia Z1. The Samsung Galaxy Note 3 retails currently for Rs 47,000, while the Z1 is available for Rs 40,000. The extra 7,000 rupees gets your device with a better display and better software features, while the Z1 has a solid build quality with water and dust resistance and also a better camera. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.